Back at you again. Coming back with another banger. Thank you all for joining me. It's a beautiful Thursday evening. No matter what, if you're here, you got something going right. You're still breathing. You're still kicking. Tonight, I have joining me Mr. Drew Tingley. He is from season 19 of Hell's Kitchen. You can find him on Instagram at chef_Drew Aaron, Aaron. Without further ado, I'm going to bring my main man up here. Don, you feeling blessed today?
Oh yeah, always.
Too blessed to stress. That's what they say about old Don. And then I'm going to bring in Chef Drew right now. Howdy, Drew. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me, guys. Happy to be here.
It's great to have you. I guess take this time and tell us a little bit about you.
A little bit about me. I am an award-winning professional chef. I've been a professional chef now for nearly 2 decades. You may have actually seen me on season 19 of Hell's Kitchen that aired, I want to say, back in 2021. I was fortunate enough to be able to spend some time with some of the most incredible chefs that are out there right now. I mean, I got a chance to meet Gordon Ramsay, get yelled at by Gordon Ramsay. If you haven't seen the season, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it is definitely an awesome one. Season 19. Yeah. But outside of that, as of right now, I am just working on my first cookbook that I will be launching this year. Some content for my page, working on some fun recipes that really help a lot of people at home bring the style of restaurant to their kitchen. I know a lot of people can't really afford getting out there and eating all the time. So this gives people an ability to have restaurant quality food inside their homes. So that's just some of the unique things that I am working on currently.
Sure, yeah, that sounds awesome. You said that you were award winning. What awards have you won?
So back, actually, I'm from the capital of Pennsylvania, which is Harrisburg. So back in there, we have a bunch of different awards for best new restaurant, best chef in restaurants. There were super awards. So we actually took second place, where I was the sous chef for the best new restaurant in Harrisburg at a place called La Piazza, or the Piazza of Linglestown. It's an Italian restaurant, absolutely fantastic food. Won 4 different award wing competitions, some really big ones down there with 160 plus restaurants, some of the biggest names that are actually out there in the game for Harrisburg wing restaurants. I mean, we're talking places that are selling upwards of 300 to 400 cases of wings a week. So like these places aren't some slots. We're talking literal tons of wings a week, and to be able to walk in there and compete with all these amazing established places. I mean, these places have been around since before I was born, and just to be able to walk in there and compete against these other restaurateurs and not only compete but place, that was absolutely and utterly incredible. Probably one of the best one of the most incredible things I think I've ever done was probably those wing competitions. I know they sound stupid because it's just wings, but like honestly, you should put everything into everything that you do, all in, no matter if it's just a simple sandwich or upscale as like duck confit.
Yeah, I used to smoke meats competitively. So I don't know if they have them up here. I've never seen them up here. Do you know what Gordon Food Service is?
I'm very familiar with Gordon's actually.
Okay, so down in Louisville, they had like competitions where you could go. Basically, it would be like somewhere between 5 and 10 competitors, and you would, yeah, smoke meats competitively, and the winner gets, you know, somewhere between a $500 and $1,500 gift card. And there's 4 different categories, which was um, brisket, pulled pork, chicken, and ribs. Um, Ribs, you got disqualified if they fell off the bone whatsoever. So you had to
Overcooked.
be able to like tension them a little bit. Yeah, like if you did it too much. I won that 2 years with cherry ribs. Um, and then I got second and third with my chicken. Um, and I got fourth with I have I have them written down somewhere. This has been a while, but I won twice overall because it's like what is that? That way of scoring is called something. So like if Say we do 3 different categories, and I get a 2, a 2, and a 2, and then someone else gets a 1, a 3, and a 4 point thing. They would come in behind me. Do you go like so?
So it
There's
goes. It goes to go on average.
yeah. So yeah, we get it. So like if we do 3 competitions and or 3 different variations or whatever. So let's say first place is worth 3 points, second place is worth 2, third place is worth 1, and then I get like first place in one thing, and then second place. That's 7 points.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I explained that kind of weird, but you got
No, now I understand. That actually makes a little more sense.
yeah. Okay, so what made you decide to get into cooking?
Oh, it's funny. I've always loved cooking. Food has been my passion since I was a child. My uncle was a chef. My family has always been really big on food. Any family event that we've had always been loaded down with hors d'oeuvres as far as the eye can see, and then meals consisted just of, I mean, hours upon hours of just food, never ending food and conversation. I always loved how much it brought together the family and people, food being shared, stories being shared. It was always good times, good feelings. So I wanted to follow that. I wanted to continue with bringing people together with food. I also looked at it as more of an art. You know, artists paint with a paintbrush, musicians make music. I think chefs tell a different story. They just tell it with their food, and I think that it's unique in a way that they can express themselves. And for me, that's just a way that I found to express myself. I think that food is love. I think food is passion. I think that anybody who wants to take the ability to learn how to cook food, cook it well, and actually do its due diligence and do it justice, they're good people. And I mean, honestly, it's also something that it's a skill that everybody needs to know. I mean, if you don't eat, you die. So
I
it's
feel like
like
there's a lot
super
more.
important too.
I feel like there's a lot more science involved in cooking than people would care to admit. I think people want to pretend that it's very simple, and for some people, I guess they have kind of a knack for it. But like some people just can't cook, and they just can't follow those directions. They just don't know how to. I had, I've had so many people just burn rice that I'm like, how? How do you do this? But then to someone that burns rice, they're like, how do you not? So I, I've cooked basically my whole life. It's very, very common. If you grow up on a farm, you have to know how to cook. There's no
Yeah.
delivery. There's nothing. Nobody's coming to
Nope.
save you. But you better learn how to. You better learn how to make salsa.
Right.
So you're coming out with this cookbook, and the idea is essentially you want to bring kind of complex like food ideas to people who wouldn't normally have them. How to do a lot with the little. Is that kind of the vibe of?
Well, so I guess really what the big vibe here is I want to bring restaurant flair into your home. That's the idea of the cookbook. The idea is there are so many dishes that you go out to a lot of restaurants and you're like, man, this is fantastic. How do I make this at home? And the thing is, there are a lot of easy steps in that. I mean, in this cookbook, I'm going to cover a lot of the like recipes that I have had for long periods of time. How to make proper fried chicken. That's another big one, like restaurant quality fried chicken. That's something that I'm huge on. A lot of places you go to, I'm going to be honest with you, fried chicken sucks. It's either dry, it's under seasoned, it's over seasoned. It's not. It's just burnt. It's not good. The breading's not correct. There's a art and there's a science actually behind proper fried chicken. So just something as simple as that. There's going to be some cool appetizer ideas too. I think a lot of the things that I like to do, we love entertaining guests. So when we have people over for like sporting events and just having friends over just for fun, love putting out finger foods and stuff like that. So there's going to be some dishes that you would find on a restaurant menu that you can make at home, and you'll see yourself like, hey, this isn't as complicated as I think. A lot of it is going to really dive into technique. from the first book, I want people to learn a lot of basics, a lot of just ins and outs that they can see that are interchangeable. And then from there, there's actually going to be, it's going to be the start of a series. So it's going to continue upon that path. We're probably looking at about 3 or 4 when it's all said and done. But really, this is just a way to teach people how to cook like a professional chef. Unfortunately, they're going to find out that some of these tips are actually pretty simple. So we're just kind of really showing our ass at this point, making it.
Yeah.
Making it
They have to learn how to cuss. If you can't cuss, you can never cook like a professional.
That's right. Absolutely. If you don't cut yourself and you don't at least drop
Yeah.
one F-bomb, like, come on. Yeah. Are you even cooking?
So back to what you were saying about like fried chicken. So I'm from Kentucky, all right? And every time people hear that I'm from Kentucky, they go, "Oh,
how's the Colonel?
KFC." And I'm like, "That's not. We don't even like that there. That is an affront to fried chicken. If you want good fried chicken, even go to Claudia Sanders. Claudia Sanders was the Colonel's wife. Go to her restaurant." So he has that whole 13 spices, the secret, super, whatever. Her restaurant that's the chicken that they ate at home.
Right.
That's what they ate. That's not the commercial.
That's not the one that just not the one yeah.
Right.
I'm actually very familiar with this story.
So actually, my aunt and my mom used to be babysat by Colonel Sanders' wife. Claudia.
Oh, that's crazy.
There's like pictures of them together. I don't know where they're.
Oh, that's crazy.
But no, like fried chicken is so different than like I think the worst fried chicken I've ever had, and I'm sorry to anyone who this offends. Any
hot take.
Any Chinese restaurant. I'm sorry. But it's like the bare minimum, usually. Almost always, it is like if you had to guess how to fry chicken without anybody teaching you how to fry chicken, it would turn out like Japanese fried chicken, usually. And I get it. Like, it's probably the same vibe as like me making teriyaki chicken. Like, it wouldn't be good.
Do either of you guys have any pizza ranches around here?
Pizza
Not
ranch?
have pizza ranch.
If you did, I was gonna see what you thought about their fried chicken, because for a pizza buffet, it's very good fried chicken.
The fried chicken places around that we have around here aren't very good. You got like back home in Harrisburg, there are definitely a couple of spots. I mean, they're dodgy, real sketchy. Probably not somewhere you want to be real late at night, but I tell you what, some of the best fried chicken you'll get.
I need to go, like, if you're in Louisville and you want to go someplace with good chicken, they need to have bulletproof glass. That's
what I hear.
You should be concerned for your well-being.
Exactly.
Joella's has really good chicken. Joella's and Royals, that's the two best. What? Joella's and Royals has the best fried chicken, by far. All right, back to not that. So Joella's and Royals has the best fried chicken, and I think the only pizza buffet, is that what you were just talking about, Don?
Yeah, it's a pizza and chicken buffet.
Pizza and chicken.
How can you go wrong with pizza and chicken?
I feel like every time I've ever been anywhere that has both of those things.
It was my first restaurant job.
Every time I've ever been somewhere that has both of those things, it's neither. It's never both are good.
No, the pizza's not good.
Yeah, see, it's either like, what is that? Crunches chicken. Do you know what I'm talking about? The like gas station chicken. Hold on, I think it's called like Crunchies or God, it's like a
I'm trying to think of the brand. We have a Casey's around here that makes chicken. I've never heard of this
crispy,
crunchy. What a
crispy crunchy chicken.
crispy crunchy.
In the
It
south,
sounds terrible.
in the
Literally
south,
sounds
we have this. Hold on.
Well, in the South, you can go to literally
Yeah.
any gas station. They've got
This
the
right
best
here.
fried
This.
chicken.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I see Facebook posts all the time of Southerners saying that the best fried chicken is at gas stations.
Listen, I've gone down south. I've been all over the South. I will
There's-
contest to that. You will find some good fried chicken. And I
We got
remember
a. I just brought up
going
Casey's
to-
before. They got good chicken. That's a gas station.
Mm,
I don't know how they do it at a gas station, but they do.
so there's something called Lee's. I don't know if you all have ever heard of this. Lee's chicken. And shout out to Lee's for having the best sweet tea that you can get on the go in the game. Period. Up here, they don't even really have like sweet tea. If I order sweet tea here, they'll just bring me tea and sugar packets. That's kind of the that's
if I sweet tea, my foot needs to fall off when I drink it.
that's right. I need to be concerned. My blood pressure needs to rise.
Yep, exactly.
This is it. Lee's famous recipe chicken. This place is really, really good. And so everything here it's fried to order. So as you order it, don't try to eat it out the bucket because if you try, it's literally like they take it out of the fryer to put it in the bucket and then hand you that bucket. So you're just like,
I'm biting that in. I don't even care. Listen, my wife will contest to this, so will my kids. If it comes out of the oven, I will eat it. I don't care. I don't normally have time, and as a
Yeah.
chef, I taste food that's so ungodly hot as is. It doesn't even faze me anymore. I'm like, dude, I will dragon breath. I will the entire time. I don't care.
You know, one thing I miss about working at a restaurant is my fingers aren't made of asbestos anymore. And I can't do what you just said anymore. I used to do the same thing. Grabbing stuff right off the steam table with my fingers. If I did that now, I'd be screaming like a little girl.
Have you ever had one of these things before?
Oh, those raisin biscuits.
No, these are bowberries. They're called bowberries.
Okay.
Bojangles. Bojangles
I've had
makes
some.
these. They're blueberry biscuits with icing on top. I mean, it's not a beef Wellington. It doesn't take any like extra effort. It's kind of the funnel cake or the funnel cake of the biscuit world, I guess. Like it's good. It's not healthy for you at all, but I guess most things.
Everything. If it doesn't try and kill you actively, then it's probably not good.
Yeah.
All the things that are good in life will kill you. That's what makes them good.
The entire time I was in Louisiana, because I lived in Louisiana for 2 years, and I probably ate beignets.
I was gonna say, please tell me you got to the French Quarter and got beignets.
Oh, so there's places in New Orleans that you would go for the experience, and then there's places that you would go for not so much the experience, but more like the food itself. Like so,
Right.
Cafe Du Monde. That's the beignet place. That's where you go for
But
like
that's the staple
yeah
in Louisiana.
yeah.
I'm familiar.
It's where you would go for to take photos of it and like people would know where you're at. But there's another place called Morning Call. Morning Call is owned by the same company and it's not
Yeah.
near as popular, but like so Cafe Du Monde, they do like batch frying. So basically, because there's so many people there, and if you ever
Right.
go there, you're gonna be in line for forever. Or you can drive 10 minutes that way and get better beignets. But I get it. I get why people would go there. It's a staple. I'm not
exactly. It's the name.
but yeah. Morning Call is my favorite. It's in Metairie. If you ever go down there, you hear this podcast before you go down to New Orleans for whatever reason. Morning Call in Metairie. That's where I would go, or Morning Call in Covington. About the same distance. Oh,
make sure you tell them Andrew sent you.
Yeah, tell them I sent you. They'll be like, "Oh, all right, then, Shell." That's all they're gonna say. What is your favorite breakfast to cook for yourself?
Oh my favorite breakfast. See, that's the thing. That all depends on the day. So I'm a big bagel fan. I love bagels. Like I love bagels, especially everything bagels with cream cheese. But if I'm feeling like really into it, I am definitely meat, potatoes, eggs kind of guy. Love making omelets in the morning. The more cheese, the better. Bacon, sausage, fried onions, tomatoes, peppers, all that good stuff. Like I love big, thick, loaded omelets. My favorite, honestly, if I had to like pick my favorite of all time, would probably be my take on what is to me like the best breakfast sandwich out there, which would be the sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin. I love making them at home. Just making those little circular eggs in the disc, cracking the yolk, letting that yolk just get all nice throughout the entire egg, a nice salty sausage patty, creamy American cheese, and then just a toasted buttered English muffin. Something about that combination. It's like that salty, savory, crispy. Oh, it's just like it's rich, it's decadent, it's creamy and cheesy. It's
You're
just
speaking to my soul, man.
Listen, I put some sriracha on that because you got to have some spice there too. It's like the perfect balance. But don't get me wrong, I also like a sweeter side. I do enjoy oatmeal. Like I do like oatmeal's. People probably don't know that about me, but I love oatmeal. Love it. Loaded up with walnuts, apples, brown sugar, any type of like fresh fruit going on top of it. I actually used to work at a restaurant in Harrisburg, and this guy Miguel, this Egyptian guy, used to make the best oatmeal in the mornings. So he'd be like, "Do you want a bowl of oatmeal?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want a bowl of oatmeal." Are you crazy? Like, yeah, let's get this, man. He would just the combinations he would throw together. Every morning, I'd be like, "Miguel, you crazy man, this is fantastic." I honestly somewhere between there.
Calm down. All right. Wawa, first of all, just because I feel like no one outside of New Jersey, maybe New Jersey, Pennsylvania, knows what Wawa is.
Oh, don't. What the? Are we doing this? Are you going to ask me the quintessential Pennsylvania question? Go ahead and ask it.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to ask you what you think.
I thought you were going to ask if it's Wawa or Sheets.
No, I thought you were gonna do the pork roll thing. That's what I thought you were gonna.
No, pork roll.
Yeah.
But listen, bro, it's a Jersey thing. It's a Jersey thing.
They're so
you got it
about like pork roll or if it's Taylor ham, and I'm like, it's gross. it's spam. Stop
it is. It is. It is just a giant piece of spam. That's all it is. And they'll tell you, no, it's pork roll. Bro, that's just a fancy way of saying spam. It contains all the ingredients of spam, except it's not in the can.
It's just shaped
in a circle.
Yeah. So my favorite breakfast to cook for myself is probably if I have like ham, a ham chop or ham steak. I really like making. I'll take an English muffin, cut it in half, basically sear it pretty on my cast iron, pretty hot. I'll take my ham steak, scrambled eggs, and then normally cheese on that. That's basically the perfect sandwich. And then on the side, I like cream of wheat or cream of rice, and maybe grits if I'm feeling. Here is like hard to do because the grits that they sell in most gas stations is a gas stations in most grocery stores rather, is it's crap. Like back home, that someone would throw tobacco juice on you for bringing something like that. That's you ain't got a man in your family with the kind of grits you're bringing to this household. Yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah, no,
You gotta come correct with the grits. You gotta come correct with the grits.
yeah, no self-respecting person eats instant grits. And if you've ever had instant grits and then you think you have an
Disgusting.
opinion about grits, you don't have an opinion about grits.
Why make instant grits? It just make it. It doesn't take much to cook grits. It's actually very simple and it's really and it's delicious too. Like grits probably take no more than like 10, 15 minutes if you're going to do it correctly, and it's not complicated. Make sure you have your good, nice, rich stock in there. Make sure you have the butter, your milk or your butter, or your milk or your cream. Throw in some butter, cheese at the end so it doesn't get overcooked and like wallpaper paste. Grits are one of the most simplistic things to make. Listen, I'm from the north, but I have a southern soul, so like, grits speak
hey guys,
to my.
guess what?
I've
never had grits.
Well, now you're from Wisconsin, though. I don't know. Like,
You're from Wisconsin.
I don't think that you have corn. I don't know why.
Yeah, you would. I was gonna say you would think that you guys would have grits because grits are just ungodly unhealthy, and Wisconsin doesn't do anything healthy.
No, not really.
Stuff it with cheese.
I think we're too obsessed with the fried cheese curds and the fish fries.
Yeah.
What's a fried cheese? Oh wait, no, that's like
you take a cheese curd, you batter it, and you deep fry it.
And you fry it.
It's like,
and then you dip it in ranch.
Yeah, it's just gonna say that you just dip it in an ungodly large amount of ranch. Because in Wisconsin, everything gets served with ranch.
Why not marinara?
Because it's Wisconsin, and then
because it's Wisconsin. No, you eat jalapeno poppers with marinara. You eat cheese curd with ranch.
What does that mean? Is that where ranch is made? Is that where they?
I think honestly, it might be. I don't know yet. But
there's just something about Wisconsin and ranch.
Dude, when I went to Wisconsin like years back, and it was literally everywhere. Like I know it's a popular condiment, but like every single place I went to, there's with ranch. Like, bro.
Oh, dude, ranch as a kid in Wisconsin, you're probably more likely to eat ranch than ketchup.
Oh yeah.
Ketchup is a super popular condiment for kids, but I bet you in Wisconsin more kids are going for ranch than ketchup.
Look, I believe
that 1,000%.
Hidden Valley, I always have like a half gallon in the fridge.
I like ranch, but
I'm a ranch bitch.
What I'm saying right now, it's deeply. I hate it. That's what I'm getting at.
You're not allowed here.
Oh, I got. When is your book supposed to come out?
We're gonna be shooting for this fall.
Okay.
Shooting sometime around this fall, right before Christmas is really going to be the end, ultimate goal. Probably November. So we're shooting for here.
Okay.
Probably try and get it out before Black Friday.
So it's going to be paper or virtual or.
Well, so here is how I'm going to go about this. I have an idea, and I'm still trying to play around with it.
I have to tell
you. Go ahead.
Virtual recipes make me want to put my phone through the wall. And why it's like I'm just trying to figure out, let's say it's deviled eggs. And I'm like, did I used to put this in it or whatever? And I go to look up a recipe. This lady, whoever it is, and it does not matter who it is, they have to write a story about how their husband's mom hates deviled eggs, but will eat these deviled eggs. And she only started making them 3 years ago in the fall when her cousin-in-law told her that she had to sprinkle a bit of sweet relish on it. And that's what makes them good. Like, I don't want to hear your backstory. If you think they're good.
Could you just said add the sweet relish?
Just say they're good. That's it. That's all you have to do. I don't.
That's why everybody likes Chef John from Food Wishes. Straight to the point.
I just call my grandma. I honestly like if I for whatever reason don't have a recipe or don't know a recipe, I will just call my grandma. I'll call her and she'll be like, this, and she remembers all these recipes. She has a crazy good memory. I actually called her like 2 weeks ago because I started baking bread, and she was like, actually, and this is because if you've never made bread, you have to put ingredients in a specific order. So
yes, you do, or you'll kill the yeast.
yeah, if you don't do it like that, and you don't have like it's that's a science. That's a
Yes,
pure
it is.
science. Like
100%.
you have to know the order, you have to know the amount, and you have to know like what size loaf you're making. If you don't know those things, you are going to make a turd. That's just what it's going to be, lumpy or hard, or it's not going to rise enough, or it's going to rise too much, and then it's just going to burn. Like there's a lot that goes into bread making. So I'm sorry, you were saying.
I was saying that I was thinking that
Virtual
a couple
question.
ideas here.
Yeah.
I want to do. There's going to be definitely a hardback printed copy of these books. I want them to something to be tangible. I think it's really important. Um, you know, I think it's very important to have something like that. But also, I have a lot of interest that's been expressed from overseas. I have a lot of fans that are actually over in England, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, and they're asking me about shipping. I'm looking into shipping prices, and it's not feasible. I'd have to charge like $250 a book, and I just can't do that. So I'm thinking of offering something for people that can't get a physical copy. I want to be able to find a way to offer them an ability to purchase the book and have it themselves. Like it's a PDF file. Now it's yours. It's downloaded. You can access this at any point in time. You open it up. It would just be like you're opening the cookbook, but it would be like opening it up on your computer screen. So there wouldn't be much difference in it at all. I'm actually working with a couple of developers right now that are trying to help me put that together so that, like I said, it reads like the cookbook, because I want that feel. I want you to be thinking, oh, I'm turning the page. I'm actually seeing what's in here, what has to go this way, that way. Not just I'm clicking a page, clicking a page, clicking a page.
Mm-hmm. So like a virtual checklist type thing. Like,
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Something like that. I mean, like I said, I have these people that are working on it for me because I am not that technologically savvy. I'm pretty well off, but some of these things are out of my wheelhouse, and that's what we hire people for.
I'll have to ask my wife about this, but she has this like she's part of something that like it makes all of her shipping cheaper. Um, I'll find out what it is and I'll let you know. But yeah, I think that virtual is not really like a bad way to go. I think interactive would be kind of a cool way to do that. It's just I personally hate it when I have to read a story before I get to the recipe. That's my main gripe.
Oh yeah,
Because obviously it's super convenient.
you
To be
won't
able
have that with me. If you'll know my story from me. You're not. That's not
to
what you're
write a
buying. If you,
novel
I'm not.
in
I'm
the
not writing a
beginning.
book. What's that?
I said just write a novel, like a regular, like Sherlock Holmes in the front, and then be like, next to the body, there was a book, but it was a cookbook, and this is what it said. And then you put the cookbook in the yeah.
So it's like Inception. It's like a Taco Bell inside a KFC.
Right.
Yeah.
And on the very last page, you just write like it was the butler.
But twist, there was no butler the entire time.
You were the butler all along. What if the real butler
Oh
was?
yeah, you're the butler. Police are on their way. Stay put.
Yeah. Call an ambulance, but not for me. Ian asked, but how many humans can a tree plant? I don't know what he meant by that, but 5?
I guess he's like saying humans can plant trees, but trees can't plant humans. I think it would be very weird if trees planted humans. I think if we could take anything from Lord of the Rings, it's that ants can be very violent creatures.
I cannot imagine. So out back here, I have an oak tree that's about. I mean, it has to be 70 feet tall.
Ooh,
If
it's a big boy.
if that tree came to life, it would destroy
Horrifying.
my house so quick. I'm on the battle, the front lines, fighting for your well-being. You know. Oh,
Wouldn't even stand a chance.
where is
The Whomping Willow.
The Whomping Willow, little Harry Potter reference for everybody there. It would definitely be a Whomping Willow. Or would it be a Whispering Oak?
Oaks are beautiful. I got a nice big oak.
We don't. We're in the middle of. We have no trees where we're at. Like there's a little bit, but like there's nothing, and it's horribly windy. So when the wind starts blowing, our whole house almost falls over. It's good times.
Have you ever had muffaletta?
Oh, I've had a muffaletta. Are you kidding me? It's a delicious sandwich.
Yeah.
You've been to New Orleans, so if you haven't had a muffaletta, I don't know what to tell you.
You know what I wish that was everywhere, and it's not, and it should be, is this right here. Hold on. Let me get this bad boy pulled up.
God, I hope this is going to be disgusting.
Where's? You may know what this is. I hope you know what this is.
You know, I'm not a very picky eater, but I'm not a big olive guy, so I've never tried a muffaletta.
Do you know what this is? Have you ever seen this before?
Is that andouille sausage?
No, that's
boudin.
Yeah, boudin.
Boudin
is so good.
I want to try it so bad. I've seen people making the sausage, and instead of casing it, just eating it out with a spoon.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I could definitely do that.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can literally you can just pop it's like a natural casing hot dog. You can literally just pop the top and eat it so what's in here is chicken. It's going to be smoked chicken, smoked pork, and rice. And
don't forget the pork liver or pig liver.
It's inside of that.
Oh my
yeah,
God!
I thought there was liver in it.
Yeah, traditional boudin has pig liver in it, buddy.
Wasn't that on Didn't they make that on Mind of a Chef with that one guy?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure traditional boudin definitely has pork liver in it. The Trinity, bell pepper, celery, onion, cayenne. Well, you're right. It's definitely chicken and pork, but I'm like 90% sure that there's liver in there.
Yeah, pork liver. Yeah. Traditionally,
it's what makes it good.
It's so good. God, it's
delicious. Good. It is. It's delicious. I mean, a lot of the food in New Orleans is absolutely delicious.
Yeah,
it's disgusting. That's the thing. It all came from the French, and the French style of cooking is it's grotesque. Like people think Americans are unhealthy. You should read a French cookbook.
What is
here's the first part of the recipe: cook it in 10 pounds of butter. Oh, that's. I wanted to start this dish off with 14,000 calories.
What's that bladder sous vide? You know what I'm talking about? I don't know how else to explain it. It's like inside of a bladder. So imagine sous vide, except for you're using like a bladder to do that.
I think I've seen videos of this.
Well, like that. You talking that Irish dish, or is it a French thing?
I think it's a French thing.
Yeah, it's like they poach it inside of a bladder. It's definitely French. The French do a lot of weird stuff.
What is that thing where they they drown a bird in bourbon or something?
Invisi.
Yeah, Invisi. I can't pronounce it, but it's like VE or U. I don't fucking remember. I did we did study escoffier and stuff like that in culinary school. So my instructor saw this, he'd probably be pissed right now. But
if you had to
ortolan bunting, that's it.
If you had to make a recipe with under 4 items, what would it be? No, I'm sorry, 4 or less. There you go.
4 or less. Okay, are we including seasoning as part of this?
No.
So salt and pepper can just be like whatever, but the actual okay. So if I had to do 4 ingredients or less, so it's just like, ooh, oh, that's tough. Well, I'd probably have to do a dish with chicken because chicken is so universal. Definitely onions, garlic, because those are just such a staple of any type of cuisine cooking. I don't know. That's a tough one, but definitely a protein. Onion and garlic would have to be in there because I mean, there's just such powerful flavors. I mean, onion, cook it down, releases sweetness, sugars that you want. Garlic, very pungent, very powerful. Can have a little spice to it. Probably those two, and then some form of acid, whether it be a vinegar, whether it be lemon juice, but something there. And then I guess,
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I think that's it. Just right there, just something that you can have a balance there. I mean,
what was the first thing you said after chicken?
A protein would be onion, garlic, and then some type of acid.
Oh yeah, garlic was what you said. Yeah,
gotta have garlic. There's literally garlic goes in everything.
I would have a hard time though deciding between caramelized onions and some kind of pepper, like a green or red pepper or something.
Yeah, but the ingredients that it would take to like caramelize the onions, I mean, if you only have 4 to cook with.
Oh yeah, I suppose. You
can caramelize onions.
Then,
you just put onions in a pan and caramelize them that way. I mean, all you need cook super, super, super low and slow. They'll release all their natural
sugars. Your own juices and sugars out.
Yeah, but if you're doing
it, then all of a sudden you got.
It's gonna take.
It takes a while.
Olive oil is so expensive. I rarely ever use oil or butter anyway.
You're in Wisconsin. Butter shouldn't be expensive. You guys have cows. You more cows per.
I would just make.
You have more cows than people.
Just make butter there. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Like, and not only that, but I'm sure. Like,
I found out how to make it with an immersion blender, and I want to start with that. But
I've only ever made it in like a jug, like a big cup. That's the only way I've
ever made it. This is gonna sound hilarious, but place I used to work at, we used to make our own butter. And when I tell you this was the most ghetto thing I've ever seen in my entire life, they bought 3 paint shakers, okay? And they had these special containers that just fit in the paint shaker for the cream, and you stuck it in there, and it just shook it. I swear to God.
They didn't use like an old paint can?
Yeah. Dude, when I walked in, the first time I saw it, I was like, what's that? And they're like, oh, that's how we make the butter. And I'm like, that's paint shaker. Yeah, same thing. Like, I mean, yeah, I guess it is true. Like, all you have to do is just get this motion. So, like, that's just, yeah, maybe that's just a good way of repurposing.
What is it? If it fits, it sits, or something like that.
If a fits us, that's right. It's culinary ingenuity right there, 101.
If I had to make something in 4 ingredients or less, I would either make. Hold on, let me count these to make sure that I'm right.
We're counting.
Sauce. I was to say rose sauce is just cream, tomato sauce, garlic.
Zay. Hey guys, can I step out for 1 second, please? Sorry, I'm gonna put you guys on hold. I apologize to everybody's watching. I have children at home. I just have to step off for 1 second.
Yeah, do your thing.
No worries, bro.
Yeah, so I would do like, oh no, wait, I think that's too many ingredients because
I think I'd do like a chicken andouille sausage. Are we counting water if I have to boil rice?
No.
Okay, so chicken andouille sausage, rice, and then just some kind of sauce, like a duck sauce, sweet and sour, or something like that.
Oh wait, if you have like pre-mixed stuff, does that count as?
Oh, now we're getting into it. What are you talking? Like a bag of like mixed veggies?
No, I'm saying like let's
Because
say
like, is a bag of mixed veggies one ingredient or four?
like what if I have um
Mixed veggies is one.
like cake mix, like
Cake
that,
mix?
that in a
Oh,
box. You know what I mean? Like
That's
I
cheating because
suppose
that's
we'll
baking
count.
soda and flour and
yeah, that's what I'm
cheater.
saying. Like
I suppose we'll count that as one.
Fine,
because
because
if
it
I
comes
had to
in one
do
box.
dessert and for I don't know if you all have ever had it like this, but if you take like a yellow cake mix, um
With a sun kiss.
oh no, I'm sorry. You get 2 cans of peaches, right? You're gonna drain one, come back
Ooh, I know what
half
you're doing.
you put that in the bottom, you're gonna put vanilla extract in it, and then you're gonna just dump like the box of cake mix on top, and then you're gonna take slats of butter and put it everywhere on
Right on
top of it,
top.
and it's the
Don't
best piece
mix it.
of butter you'll ever have. Yeah, no, don't mix it.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in
Nope.
350 for 20 minutes. Yeah, about 20 minutes.
That
You'll
sounds
never
incredible.
you'll never have a
It
good peach
is.
cobbler.
It is. He's not wrong. It's literally outstanding. And
Yeah.
I trust. I love cobbler, especially peach cobbler. That is one of my absolute favorite desserts all time. Top 5, literally top tier dessert. Can't beat it. Southern peach cobbler, big old scoop of vanilla ice cream on top.
Oh,
There is nothing better. There is nothing better. The
no.
hell with apple pie and everything else. Peach cobbler. That is
Alternatively,
American gets.
alternatively, it takes a while to make it, but strawberry cobbler is so good. So
Strawberry cobbler is delicious.
yeah.
Anything strawberry.
You hate strawberry?
No, anything strawberry. I love. Are you
Oh,
kidding me? I have a giant jug of strawberry syrup in my fridge.
hmm.
Strawberry milk. I prefer strawberry milk over chocolate milk. True story.
Strawberry.
I actually prefer banana milk, but you can never ever get it anywhere. So
I can't drink banana milk. When I was in high school, I tried to do the milk challenge and I drank a gallon and I got close. I got like about a cup and a half away and nope. You can't put that much milk inside a human body in that short period of time.
I could do it. I could do it right now.
Do it.
I possibly could, but I know that I actually, what was it? Maybe like a month or so ago, I have one of my cooks. We have this really awesome creamery that we buy our milks from, and our chocolate milk. We have a cookies and cream one. So there's half gallon there one day, and he's like, "Let's drink it to the head." And I said, "You know what? Screw it." Cracked it open and chugged it in like 5-6 seconds. He just stared at me, and I'm like, "Yep, let's go." He's like,
So
"How do you feel?" I was like, "I think I'm gonna throw up." I honestly feel disgusting. I feel very uncomfortable. I just drank a half. I just put 2,600 calories in my body in 10 seconds or less. I don't feel very good.
so before there is something called GoMad, and anybody who lifts and watches this, as soon as I said GoMad, they were like, "Oh God, GoMad is a gallon of milk a day." It is
Yep.
something that you do to gain mass, to basically, it's the easiest way. You get 2,400 calories out of drinking a gallon of milk a day.
Yep.
You also
It's yeah.
get that's 120 grams of protein, something like
It's
that.
very, very calorie dense, very rich in protein.
Yeah.
It's one of the best ways to bulk.
Also, vitamins A and D act as like binding agents for like everything in your body. So vitamin D, it allows you to receive any other vitamins better. So other vitamins, they become more effective. It's I mean, it's really not the worst way you can do it. It's better than taking like the other route of just eating like dog shit McDonald's, like double
Stuff
cheeseburger.
that'll give you a heart attack. Like, yeah, this is great, but then I'm gonna bulk up, but also the cholesterol in my heart's gonna kill me.
I wish that I lived somewhere where I could get like raw milk. God,
I could walk 5 seconds down the road and get your raw milk. We have farms everywhere. I'm blessed. I live in farm country. I used to live in a big city. I moved up here in the middle of nowhere, and I would never go back. Never. There's no part of me that ever wants to go back. Like city living, y'all can have it. Farm life for me, I like it. It's quiet. It's peaceful. You get, like you said, you want raw milk. I can go to any farm I want right down the road, and I can get whatever I want. And the quality is unbelievable.
Do you live near any beef farms?
Oh my God, yeah. Dude, there's a dairy. There's literally a dairy farm 5 minutes from me.
If you give me a couple of gallons of raw milk and like a side of beef, I'll drive up there next weekend.
I could just come up. I'm being dead serious about that. I'm being 100% serious. My friends own a farm, Crossroad Farms. They raise. That's what they do. Yeah, I'll hook you up with my friends from Crossroad Farms. Shout out to Holden and Allison over at Crossroad Farms. You guys are awesome. I will definitely hook you guys up. Funny story about them. My sister's kids don't drink milk, and my wife had milk at her bridal shower party, whatever, but their milk. These kids slugging this milk. They're in little glass bottles. They drank like 3 or 4 each. They're like, this is because it is. It's like like fresh milk like that.
It's a different thing.
Different than the stuff you get in the grocery store.
Yeah, it's a different experience.
It's incredible. It's delicious. Like once you start eating this farm fresh food, you can't go back to the grocery store. All that stuff that's loaded full of pesticides, chemicals, color, like food additives that aren't good for you. Like, oh hey, here's your processed sugar and red dye number 40. Yeah, and I can't understand why my kid can't sit still.
Also, anybody listening to this, if you don't know a farm near you, look into Barn 2 Door, like BARN number 2 door. It should come up as like local farm finder or something like that. But usually it'll give you a pretty good like way of finding like produce. A lot of times you'll find like there'll be like honeys or soaps or like there will be a bunch of different products, but it's just so that you don't have to go to the store. And I think it's probably a lot better for our economy that you don't go.
Way better. Buy from a farmer.
Yeah. If you
can. Absolutely, if you can. Now you have me in the mood for like talking about beef and everything else like that. Now I'm thinking about dinner for tomorrow night. I'm over here on the side, like writing stuff down. Like, we haven't had beef in a while. Maybe we should do something with beef.
I think tonight we made this thing. It's a super easy recipe for anybody who's interested. It's a 4-ingredient casserole is what it's called. It's a ravioli casserole. What you do is you just get a jar of whatever sauce you prefer. We get Maria. Oh my gosh, why am I spacing on this?
Why do I feel like we probably use the same pre-made sauce? Because I feel like ours is made Maria too.
Called Maria something. We get it from like Acme. Oh, what is it called? That's gonna bug me. Maria. Oh wait, I know how to find this.
I'm about to walk out to my cupboard and grab a jar and see if it's the same.
I'm gonna pull it up. I think not Emerald. Nobody cares about Emerald. Who's your least favorite celebrity chef?
Jamie Oliver.
Jamie Oliver.
Jamie Oliver.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh my God. Did you ever see the video of him making chicken nuggets for those kids?
That's my favorite story to tell people ever. I tell people, if you don't know Jamie Oliver, go watch this video. It's the funniest video you ever see, especially watching his bowl get crushed at the end when they're all like,
his bowl is absolutely crushed. That's such a good one.
Wait, so what?
He thought for sure that he made a point to those kids.
It's the guy that's trying to prove that they're like disgusting. or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
he's like, oh yeah, look at this.
We
You
showed them,
process
like watch
it,
them
you chop it up,
make
and then
they
all the
showed all-
kids are like, woohoo!
they were like thinking that it's all gross, and at the end of it, he's like, now you saw that and you saw this. Who would rather have this? Who'd rather have a chicken nugget? And all the kids are like, chicken nuggets, and he's like,
I was
yeah, bro.
I was so
They're
wrong.
6-year-old kids.
I was so wrong about the name of the spaghetti sauce we use. It is called Francesco Rinaldi.
Francesco Rinaldi. That's what I use.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had that at once, I think.
Get out of here.
Oh yeah. I've had that.
Yeah, that it's
Maria.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought
Francesco
Maria.
Rinaldi. That's so funny. I really feel like that's funny.
With this stuff, just a super easy recipe for you all to use. It basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna get like a 9x13 with glassware, spray down your pan, or if you have nonstick that's good enough, then don't. I mean, it's probably still better that you spray it. But you're gonna take like a half cup of this sauce, or whatever's sauce you prefer. It's up to you. You take like a half cup of the sauce, coat the bottom of the pan, and then you're gonna do like I use frozen ravioli, honestly. Frozen spinach ravioli. Take that, put it, create a little grid at the bottom there, and then you're gonna put spinach on top of that, and then I use mozzarella cheese. If you get one bag, it should be enough for the whole thing. You're just going to split the bag in half. It should be about 4 cups in a bag. So yeah, you just sprinkle this on top and then just repeat. Do 2 layers of that. So it's going to be sauce ravioli, spinach, cheese, and then you're going to do sauce ravioli, spinach, cheese. You just do it twice, and then
layers.
And then on top of that, you're just going to put like grated Parmesan. So mozzarella, Parmesan, spinach, and frozen ravioli in that can of this. So,
Oh yeah.
Super easy to make.
It's like a poor man's lasagna almost.
Yeah, we call it we actually call it ravioli lasagna. I don't know why. That's just what we call it.
Well, that's basically what you're doing there. Sounds great.
It is. It's super easy to make. It's one of my favorite things other than like rose. I feel like I'm always saying this wrong. Rose sauce. But I think it's actually rosé sauce.
It's rosé.
Yeah.
Rosé, baby. You got to be fancy. And also when you're doing it, pinky up. Rosé.
Pinky. It is the best. In my opinion, rosé sauce is the best sauce.
Oh yeah, it's like vodka sauces. Vodka sauce is rosé sauce. It's absolutely delicious.
Mm.
I mean, that's why I think it's so funny how vodka sauce has like exploded on the scene because of bloggers like Devour Power and stuff like that. They're showing all like these New York places and Jersey places that do like chicken cutlet sandwiches with vodka sauce, and everybody's like, "Oh, I can't believe this stuff's like crazy." It's like
Devour Power is starting to get too much for me. I don't know. I used to love that channel, and I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but every time one of their videos is recommended these days, I get like 10 seconds into it, and I'm just like, ah.
It's like, how can I make this? Like here, we went to this place that literally injects bacon fat directly into your heart.
Yeah, it's so much stuff where it's just like, I just want to see some good food, not all this gimmicky food.
They serve it with a syringe of adrenaline, so when your heart stops, it's Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, they might as well. That's probably their next video, actually.
I think so, and I think we should get credit for it because it was here first. Devour Power?
What is it?
Devour Power?
Devour Power. Yeah, I've never even heard of this.
Oh, I like them. I've been following them.
It's like a husband and wife team.
Eat their way through New York and Jersey. They go to like the most ridiculous places. So, like, I'm not gonna lie.
Hold on.
They did turn me on to a sandwich spot.
Is this her right here?
Yeah, that's yep.
She looks incredibly annoying. I'm sorry.
She is.
Like, yeah.
There's a sandwich spot in it's either Jersey or New York, but they do this chicken cutlet sandwich with mozzarella sticks, waffle fries, American cheese, chicken cutlet, and vodka sauce. And honestly, it sounds like the most incredible I just want to go eat it. Like I love French fries and mozzarella sticks on a sandwich. Are You Hungry from East Brunswick, New Jersey, really brought that whole thing home. Like they're the ones that kind of originated the fat sandwich style. So like I remember growing up going to Are You Hungry and getting like what was called the fat bitch, which is a cheesesteak cheesesteak, onions, mozzarella. American cheese, mozzarella sticks, chicken fingers, and French fries.
I'm sorry.
It's so good.
That sounds like a fat bitch.
I got distracted by like how many pepperonis there are.
So that's actually Tony Baloney's in Hoboken, New Jersey. They went viral for their taco pizza that you've probably seen, the giant pizza made of like real deal tacos with guacamole and stuff. That's their swine fighter pizza.
Dude, the ranch is crazy.
Yeah, so they take the pepperoni fat from the pepperoni and drizzle it into the ranch and then drizzle the ranch over top. That's like it's literally like 5 pounds of pepperoni just cooked up crispy and put on top of a pizza. I love
But the way they do their pepperoni is how I do mine when I make homemade pizza. I fry my pepperoni separately so it gets super crispy. And then when the pizza's done, I put it on because I want that pepperoni crispy as can be.
Oh, yeah. Let it cup up so you can get all the grease.
Yeah.
Here for a good time, not a long time.
Oh, yeah.
I've been here for a long time.
And then you got to put that Mike's Hot Honey on for sure.
Oh, the hot honey? Hot honey is where it's at.
I finally got a bottle of that. I didn't have any of that until a couple months ago.
In all fairness, I only dislike two food items, really. And that would be, I don't really like pepperoni. I think it's unimpressive. I don't like it. I don't like the taste of it. And hominy is very, very rarely will I eat hominy. I don't even think most people know what hominy is. Hominy.
No, you probably people on here probably like, what's hominy? Harmony? Yep, harmony.
I've never had it.
Yeah, most people probably haven't. It's kind of it's corn, but it's like soft corn, I guess is the best way I could explain it. Like
they treat it with something to like soften it up and like make it like
you have to eat it like if it's cooked in fat, it's good. And if it's not cooked in fat, it is garbage.
Terrible.
Yeah, it sucks so bad. I think that's probably it, though. I think that's probably
this sounds awful.
Yeah, no, if it's not
to make hominy, field corn is dried and then treated by soaking it in lye.
I just remember.
Yep.
So conditionally, I will eat pepperoni, and conditionally, I will eat hominy, but under no circumstance do I like blue cheese.
Oh, come on!
I think it's garbage. I hate it. I don't care for it. It's too strong.
I think one of the greatest flavor combinations in the world is buffalo sauce and blue cheese dressing.
If you do it right, I promise you'll like it. Because I'm the same way. I didn't like blue cheese until I had good blue cheese, and I'm like, this is literally outstanding. I hate blue cheese. It's great. It's pungent, too strong. Then I started having it in stuff in certain ways, and I'm like, you know what? I like blue cheese. I just don't like a lot of blue cheese.
So, all of these burgers, like everything on this page, like everything that this brought up, looks absolutely disgusting. It's all like.
Well, their whole channel is very gimmicky meals.
It's all very Americanized. Like, let me dip this in sauce and drip it all over everything. Doesn't this look great?
Cheese and bacon and cheese and bacon. Yeah,
exactly. Epic mealtime, cheese and bacon, Jack Daniels.
Yeah,
Jack Daniels.
I was looking at this lasagna. Like
now that listen, so
no, that lasagna is incredible. Watch that video; it's incredible.
That is legit. That's
the only thing they don't have going for them is that they don't fry it. They should slice it and then fry it in a skillet. I want that crisp.
We used to, this is going to sound disgusting, but this place I used to work at, it was an Italian restaurant and sports bar. We used to batter ours and deep fry it.
Ooh, I don't know about the battering, but
I promise you, it was like a
I feel like frying is one of those things that almost
was it like a standard beer batter?
Yeah, pretty much. You had to it was technical to do, and you had to drop it off the stick as it went in, so it didn't catch the basket. But it was actually really good.
Huh.
It wasn't. I mean, so unhealthy.
Yeah. Sure.
Looking back on it, it's probably why the restaurant closed. None of the food super delicious, not healthy at all.
What is it? Oh. Yeah. No. I think frying normally makes like a lot of stuff better. Fried Oreos,
Absolutely.
Fried Twinkies, fried Oreos are so good.
Fried Oreos are like it turns them into cake. Yeah, and it's just yeah. Listen, one time when we were slow at the restaurant that I worked at, I sent one of the cooks to the store and I was like, I want you to buy a pile of candy bars. I want you to get packs of Oreos. I want Nutter Butters. I want tasty cakes. I want it all. Go get everything. What are we doing? I was like, we're frying stuff. We sat there for like hours, like a carnival, just back there, just deep frying. I didn't even know half the stuff you could deep fry. Oh, cheesecake, let's deep fry it.
Oh, dude, I thought of this one time, but I did not ever do it. But I want a deep fried carrot cake.
A deep fried what?
Carrot cake.
Why?
Because I'm a huge fan of carrot cake, and I can't imagine deep frying it would make it worse.
Probably wouldn't make it better either. But I also hate carrot cake. That's my one. I've tried every application. Tried it, dude. Carrot cake is disgusting.
I love carrot cake so much.
Oh, I hate it. It's so bad.
Carrot cake in the fridge. Oh, some cold carrot cake. Ooh.
Oh, I don't want. I'll do zucchini bread and stuff like that, but carrot cake, it's dessert. It's not supposed to be healthy. I'm not.
Banana bread? You like banana bread then?
Hold on, wait. When you eat carrot cake, how does it taste to you?
Mushy, cold, clumpy. I can feel the carrot in all of it. I can taste the carrot. It stands out. All I'm getting is cinnamony, carroty, gritty. It's a texture thing more than anything.
It sounds so good.
It's not good. It's not good at all. It's funny because growing up, my family loved it and would make it all the time and try and force me to eat it, and I would just sob as a child. Like, I hate this. I literally hate this. Please don't make me eat this.
So ideally, it should taste close, not exact, but close to like a really rich pumpkin bread.
Yes, and I don't like pumpkin bread either.
What the?
So as a chef though, have you ever thought like there's a way I could make it to where I like it?
I've tried, and I have had master pastry chefs make it, and I'm like, it's literally terrible. It's a me thing. It's 100% a me thing, and the thing I do try it every year. That's my thing. I will always try things I don't like once a year. So maybe now I am over it and I like it, and like almost always it's like nope, still hate it. It's still disgusting. Can't do it.
I try olives every Christmas and still hate them.
Well, you have to have olives in the right application. I used to also hate olives, but if you do it right, olives are freaking delicious.
I've also never had like what people would say are good olives. It's always like the cheap canned.
Get some good Greek olives or something like that. That's what you just need to do.
You need some with like cheese, like a good, good mozzarella in the middle, or like pimento is kind of that's the way that most people go, but it's like the worst thing to complement olives, in my opinion.
Like I love so many different pickled things, but olives just come off. They always come off as way too salty to me, I think.
Because they are. They're like 70% sodium.
Yeah, but it's weird because I love so many other pickled things. Like I could eat an entire giant jar of pickled beets.
You know,
I love pickled beets.
This is something that I love that almost nobody loves. I think this is this. Most people hate fruitcake.
That's yet another thing I have never tried.
There's so many other good holiday desserts, and you pull this, throw it out, get rid of it. No, send it back to the depths of hell where it came from.
This is what you do.
How could you take something so festive and so happy and make it so terrible?
Andrew's got a secret tip on how to enjoy it.
The thing is, I've never bought one. I've never spent my money on owning a fruitcake. Just so we're perfectly clear.
What if you deep fried it?
I always pan fry it. That's what I've always done. You cut a slice, kind of like a half inch.
Then you eat it just on its own.
Yeah.
As a dessert.
Yeah. Basically, you cut like I said, you cut like a little bitty slice of it, and then normally you like pan fry. You need unsalted butter. Unsalted butter in this, and it's not. I mean, it's. I feel like I said that. I said that I like it, and most people don't like it. Right? That's how I describe this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I don't. I feel like so many people hate this. They hate it so much.
They do. It's terrible.
What? Okay, I'm gonna read you the things that are in this.
I will try some fruitcake this year and let you know what I think.
What's wrong with? Let's see, fruitcake standard recipe. I gotta read through somebody's fucking life story because I wanted to be funny in high school. No. So this has pineapple. Out of here. Pineapple, apricots, dates, cherries, ginger, apple juice, unsalted butter, brown sugar, table salt, cinnamon, allspice, nutmeg, baking powder.
I mean, it all sounds good.
All-purpose flour.
No, it doesn't. Basically, it sounds like somebody didn't know what they were doing. They're like, screw it. Let's go.
No, that's let me rephrase. That's what I was getting at. Is like it all sounds good on its own, but then someone decided to throw it all together.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we'll call it fruitcake.
Yeah, that's why it's an insult, I think.
Old-fashioned Claxton fruitcake. Yeah, somebody go to their Facebook and give them 0 reviews, 0 stars.
This company.
One of these will last longer than a piece of copper. Like it is just, it's timeless. Like people have given this to like their grandmother with like, stepped off the boat in the early 30s in Ellis Island, and the government went, here's one of these, and she's been giving it to everyone in her family and then getting it back the next year for the past 80 years. But if you cut that thing open, it'll taste like the day it was made.
Yeah.
Clark, it's a gift that keeps on giving.
These MFers age like erasers. Like there is nothing you can do, no evil you can cast upon a fruitcake that it will ever recognize.
It's like a Twinkie, it'll survive a nuclear apocalypse.
Yes.
Cockroaches can't get killed by nukes. Fruitcake can't get killed by nukes.
Cockroaches can get killed by fruitcake, though.
Yes, everybody knows when doing rock, paper, scissors,
Paper,
and you
scissors,
do atom bomb and cockroach, fruitcake kills all.
Okay, so what was that? What was it gonna be? So when I guess when you release this, like the cookbook, when are you going to rather are you going to release it first?
Well, I will release it. The announcement we made on my Facebook page, so it'll be released there. Then I will have a link set up where you can purchase it from. It'll be available on Amazon. It'll be available on a couple other platforms as well. I'm going to try and get physical copies into a couple of local grocery outlets down in the Harrisburg area, just so we can have them on hand. But outside of that, primarily we're going to be shipping through Amazon, or dealing with Amazon and stuff like that. I feel like probably the best option is where to find it. Oh, excuse me. Holy crap.
All right. Well, I'm going to take up too much more of your time. I got have to wake up kind of early. So
Not me. My kids, I had to peace out because the kids got off school tomorrow because we're supposed to get a whole bunch of snow. So we're just gearing up for the weather.
Yeah.
It's not sure I have to go out and shovel and start laying down
South
salt.
Jersey, we don't really they don't get they get like the idea of snow here. So like growing up in the Ohio Valley, the snow that we got it'd be snow. It'd be 8 inches, 10 inches. Here they get like a
dusting.
A little a little
Salt bag.
Yeah,
season right over top of it.
Just God over South Jersey, like yeah.
Just enough to lightly cover up all the crack pipes and heroin needles.
True.
On the ground. I've been in Jersey before. I'll never. I was in Asbury Park, I believe. I remember like walking around
like
outside.
Northern. I'm basically down here by the shore. That's where I'm at.
Okay.
Like the south.
Does it make a difference in like Southern Jersey and Northern Jersey? Is it like
yeah? So when you cross that I-95 corridor, like anywhere south of Camden, for the most part, is really nice. But Camden is a shithole.
I am very aware.
Yeah. Camden's a shithole. Trenton's a shithole. Newark is a shithole. Anywhere touching New York City sucks. God, it sucks. But I also think New York City sucks. So,
New York City's terrible. There's you can go there just to say you went there, but it's a terrible place. Nobody should live there. People that even live there aren't even happy.
Oh my God, they'll get an apartment the size of this room for like $2,000 and be stoked on
Nothing included. Nothing included. Yeah, exactly. They're so happy. Isn't this great? No, you live in poverty and you're not even smart enough to realize it. It's probably why you live in poverty.
Yeah, I mean our house is 1,900 square feet, something like that. And I honestly feel like it's not big enough because it's an older house, so that it's 1,900 square feet doesn't, I guess, feel like 1,900 square feet, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Those older houses can be like that. That does make a lot of sense.
The walls are really different. Like everything's shorter. I'm like 6'2", so when I walk into like the basement, I have to like.
Dude, good. Yeah, you are tall.
Yeah.
Like 5'9", 5'10" if I'm wearing my chef shoes. And if you go by my license, 6 foot.
Look, I'll tell you. Look.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm short. I have short people problems.
That was the ceiling. So I'm 3 inches away from the ceiling just doing that. Here.
Good Lord.
With a pin, I could yeah.
I can't. I got like 5 feet.
But like, I guess I was just saying, like, I can't imagine living in like a 400, 500 square. I mean, what's the average? What's the average size of an average size?
I got 973 here.
Good Lord. Killing it.
Oh my God. The average studio apartment is in Manhattan is 431 square feet.
That's
Just enough room
basically that's my kitchen and my living room.
That's literally my living room. That's nothing.
400 square feet. What is that?
What is that? It's a prison cell.
It's not much bigger than the room you're in.
No.
I mean, maybe maybe make that 2.5 times.
I would jump out of my window. Oh my God. And the average rent for that 431 square feet, for 431 square feet, the average rent is $3,400.
Oh, that's
why you see those people living in those illegal apartments in Chinatown.
Yeah.
For like a few hundred a month where they have like nothing. They have a place to sleep.
Why live in New York City?
Because people love the dream for some reason. They've all been duped into the dream.
That New York is this great place, and it's a fucking cesspool of just disease and like financial burden.
And the thing is like they don't realize that you can't be I know people from my class who moved out to New York, and every one of them that I know of has moved back. And I guarantee you it's because they didn't realize you can't be some kid from Wisconsin moving out to New York City when you're 18 or 19 years old. You have to have money to live there.
Yeah. It's not like the movies where you can just go out and everybody gets all hammered and it's like, oh, I just appear back in my apartment. Like, no, that stuff's expensive. Those cab rides they get home are like $500. Like, don't let them fool you. This isn't real. Yeah. None of this is real.
Yeah, and going out to the bar, is nuts.
God.
Well, I have friends that are bartenders.
Spend on like one drink.
I don't even go to I don't go to the bar normally, like in small towns. I can't.
Why would I want to go and get in a bigger city that I don't know anybody and just be about a bunch of loud people that I might get stabbed?
Yeah.
Why? None of that sounds appealing.
Why would I go anywhere where I might stab people? That's the big.
That's even better. And prison's just terrible for your health.
Yeah. If you want to eat ramen noodles, oh, that would have been a good thing. I'm gonna have you back on, and we're gonna talk about we're gonna look through prison.
All the prison cooks. Oh yeah.
But listen, guys, it's been real. It's been fun. Most of it's been real fun. I'm gonna have to jet set. I got to get my son around for bed and stuff like that as well. But I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. I'd love to come back on here and chat and chop it up with you guys again. Thanks everybody who watched with us. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate that. Like I said, cookbook's gonna be out this fall. Follow me on Instagram, chef Drew Aaron. If you haven't already followed me on Instagram, follow my Facebook page, Chef Drew Tingley. Outside of that, I appreciate you guys having me. Thanks for your time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man, it's been fun. I'm really looking forward to your book.
Well, thanks, guys. I will make sure if you guys get a copy to autograph it for you and everything.
Hell yeah, man.
Thank you, Drew, for coming on. We will be back next Thursday with Carrie Means, the voice of Frylock. So tune in for that. Same time.
I will be tuning in.
Don will be
heavily
with me as always, and you all have a blessed night. And I'll see you then.